Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And today is Throw the Dice Thursday. And I am so happy to be with you, even though I'm in the recovery room today and had my knee surgery the day before, and just wanted to give you some special howdy and let you know that hopefully life is going well, and I did give you a couple of projects. So this is what we're working with today. I can tell you that I missed the memo on the brights. I think I did more regals than I did brights. So really sorry about that. Hit the birthdays, hit the blendings, hit the die cut, hit the slimline. That's it. So I just want to say that if you don't always do exactly what the blocks say, that's okay. Thumbs up. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get ourselves started. So this is our first card. It is with a retired stamp set called Celebrate Sunflowers. I love this card. It's sunflower time, and I just wanted something that was fun, it was different, and it was a quick and easy card. So again, all my measurements are on my blog. Please go there, check it out, and it will have everything that you need. So we're going to pull this out. Here's our piece of paper. We have already folded it in half, and with this fold in half, I also stamped the inside. Now, a couple of things I want to talk to you about the inside. The stamp set that I used is, here is Celebrate Sunflowers, and then Wishing You, okay, the brightest birthday, and this came from the Cheerful Daisies. Now, because I did not want this running through with my blends, all I did was blend this. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did this, with the exception of the brown on the inside is exactly how I did these. The only difference is that I used the brown and this is early Expresso, and I just did it on the inside, gave it a nice big old whack, and then I was slow on the outside. So again, if I am bringing something to you, all I did was, let me find my blending brush here, and then I just went easy around the outside. That's all I did. That's how I got that. All right. So again, this is really easy to use, and I will bring that back in. And so that's how I did that. Otherwise, on this, because it was okay that it ran through, I did use the blending pens, the Stampin' Blends, let's say it that way. All right, so today we are using pumpkin pie and crushed curry, and I'm glad that I did that. And I know that my little silicone pad out here is easy to use. All right, so I'm just putting this on, and these are about 1/8 of an inch. I did not want to skimp on anything, but you know, if you want to save some paper, 1/2 inch all the way around on the bottom. You can 1/2 inch around on this one too and cut that off. I'll do it again for you. So you can also save paper that way. And we're almost done. There we go. I'll just do it this way. So all we're going to do is just add this on. So nice and easy. So here we go with this. I'm bringing in my stamps that I have. And I don't have forgot my Momentum ink. So I'm just going to use the Early Expresso. And I'm already going to just start off with that. I'm going to put this on. And I'm just going to put it up towards the top. So a little bit higher than I did on the other one. There is my Let's Celebrate You. So that is out of our way. So now I just brought in, that is why I needed that. I think I cannot find my Memento. So we're just going to go ahead and go with this. So I may end up doing the other one exactly how I wanted to make sure that I shared things with you, but we'll see. 2 big sunflowers, 2 small sunflowers. And I want to make sure that I get these on here. I love the way that these look. Ooh, just makes me happy. All right, so let's see how well everything goes. All right, on this is from our deep blending combo. And this has like this is for faces, but it has like the SU100 and SU200 series in there. So we are going to use that just on the center. And let me see if I can just get this. So all I did was just use this, and then I'm just going to do this one at a time. So I did the center with this. And again, you can start to see right now how the center shows. And I didn't want that to be on the back of my card. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm trying to get a piece of paper that I can use so these don't come off each other. Okay, then I think I used the darker Pecan Pie. Just for the center. I like how these look. I love sunflowers. I think sunflowers are so much fun. I'd love to be able to grow sunflowers. Not very good in my garden right now. All right, and then I'm coming back in with SU100 or the deep color. And this was always so much fun. I love coloring. The Stampin' Blends just make it so easy to use. It's almost like I saw the dark chocolate Oreos today, and this reminds me of a dark chocolate Oreo. Love it. And then our last one that we're going to use then is just the, I don't want this, I want this other one. It's just the light goes on first. And this is Mossy Meadow. And I need a newer one because look at my tip. Can you see how it's curved? It's probably because I don't take very good care when I take them off and put them back on. So now all I'm going to do is follow on the outside. To give it just a little bit of color. And that is ready to rock and roll. Yay! Let me get this out of the way. All right, so now we are going to bring in our lightest color first. And that's going to be our yellow. And I have my small blending pen. So I'm just going to rub this around, keeping it close to the inside by where the browns are. And I chose the small ones because I wanted to not have it go all over everything. But it does. And I just let that be okay. I'm going to leave that out to the side, bringing in now my orange. And I really like the orange color on here. And I like how it just kind of really shines for the let's celebrate you. And then I'm going to go back in again with my yellow. But I wanted to kind of give it a real nice summertime, a summertime feel. And I really feel like that does. Look at how, just gives you a nice little pop. I love that. I just think that is so much fun, but oops, before I put that away, let's go ahead and give this a little more color. And as you see, I'm not even wiping off on this one. I'm just going for it. And that's what the outside of the card is looking like. And that's how I did the inside of the card. So it is just so much fun to be able to do this. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, and we're gonna put this on our front. Okay. All right. Isn't this a great card? Absolutely love it. I love the way that all the colors look. I like the way that everything turned out here. Look at that. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, love it. So that's our first card. And again, open it up. And you have a great slimline card. And you guys know that these are getting popular too. I love it. So this again is my next card. And it's one that guides off and then you open it up and it is a fun fold. Isn't that great? I really love this card. So the basic color is Gorgeous Grape. My DIY, what is it? Designer series paper I created myself for this is also called Random. stamping. It's also one that is called a sip technique, and it is being able to stamp, ink, paper, and that's exactly what I did on this one. So it's a sip technique: stamp, ink, paper. And then I used a couple of die cuts. This is Highland Heather, and then I stamped in the beautiful gorgeous Grape. Now let me bring everything in so you will know. The stamps, we're using lots of stamps. We're using the Happy Birthday is from the Unbound Love. The Wishing You Well Today, Tomorrow, and Every Day That Follows is from the Wild Ferns. Our random stamping, or our sip standing, is coming from the Spotlight on Nature. What a beautiful stamp set this is. Love it. Our colors that we're using for our stamping will be the Gorgeous Grape, the Highland Heather, Granny Apple Green, and the Night of Navy. And I have these all ready to go. And that came from, the dies came from the Wildflower Designs. And what I did is that I cut this with the Highland Heather, but I only used the middle. And I have a piece that has a whole bunch of scallops, okay, sitting in my pile of things that I can do something with. And then the white, basic white, was cut by this. All right, so we're going to get ourselves started. Now, you got to bring in your cutter or your paper trimmer, because that's going to be one of the first things that we will do. We will have a piece of the Gorgeous Grape, of the basic white. I have another piece, and this will go on the inside, of basic white, and then a scrap piece, both for your little sentiments that you will use. All right, so we're gonna start off, and this is gonna be, this is almost like a one sheet wonder that you're only gonna do one thing with. So the first thing that we're going to do is on the 11-inch side, we are going to cut off 3/4 of an inch. So that's what we're doing. Cut off 3/4 of an inch. This becomes our belly band. I don't know if you noticed the belly band in the back. So that's what we will use for our belly band. Then we're going to have to score, which means we need to get our dark gray out of the way. And I need this out. And we are going to make our first score at 1 1/4. 1 1/4. Our second score goes at 2 1/2. Again, only your light gray scoring. 4 3/4. And then 7. So you're gonna need to extend your arm out. And then you got 7. So that's what we're gonna need. And this last piece will go on the back piece. All right, and I'll talk more about that when time comes. All right, so we're gonna have to use our scoring tool or cutter, our paper trimmer again. But before we do that, I'm bringing back in our scratch piece of paper. I want to, let me see, maybe I might just turn this one over. And we are bringing in our basic white. Now we are going to do random stamping, but I want to make sure that you have your 7-inch at the top, because if you don't, everything that I did on this one was sideways, and I really wanted it up and down, so I just changed that. Okay, so now I have everything that I need. So I went with my biggest stamp first, and I did Highland Heather because I wanted something that's going to match everything that we have. And I did these as much in odd numbers as possible. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's one down. And we can close our Highland Heather and get it out of the way. Next, my next biggest stamp, and I did that in the Granny Apple Green. And again, I did this in the odd numbers too. There we go. And then I brought in the butterfly, and I did that in Night of Navy. There we go. So I've done 5, 5, 7. Now this last one, I didn't count that much because it is just what I considered a filler. So I'm just filling it in. So I love white spaces, but I want to make sure that it's just not blindingly white spaces. I have 11, and that looks good to me. So that is how I just stamped, or my sip, okay? Stamp, ink, paper. And of course, I didn't turn it all with the 7 inches at the top. Doggone it. So again, I did the exact same thing. Oops. Okay. We just have fun in here. So now I got to bring back in my trimmer with the 7-inch at the top, which is the shorter side. we are going to, and you need to remember, I think I'm going to go this way, start this way. You got to keep these in order. So now we are going to bring back in our dark gray. We're going to start off and cut 1 inch. Putting that to the side. And then we're going to cut 1 more inch. And then we're going to cut 2 inches. And 2 inches. And this is going to leave 1 inch for us at the side. And then 1 inch at the side. And you can put that one away towards the side. So now we're going to bring back in our purple. And some of this is really hard, but I want to go over this again with you. Score at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 3/4, 7 inches. So then we are just going to give it a good varnish or crease. And now we're just doing the accordion fold. Back and forth and back and forth. And that gives us our nice little fold that we have. All right, and I just want to go through this one more time. All right, so now from here, what we're going to do is that we're going to open it up to the inside and we're going to work our way back. So we're going to start off with the back piece, because then these two pieces should match when we put them on the inside. So let me see if I can, there we go. And I just need to make sure that I get okay. So this is a 2-inch piece. Then we're going to open this up. And this is going to be our second 2-inch. And again, it should just go right inside, line itself up. So again, a little off on places, but that's exactly what's happening. And again, we are going back again. So this is 2-inch, 2-inch, this is 1 inch. All right. Isn't this fun? This is so much fun. And this is my last 1 inch. And there we go. And then we fold it back up. And when we undo it, everything looks like it goes right with each other. Except I put this piece in wrong. I don't know if I can get these off. You know, sometimes I just get going so fast. Oops, forgot to line it up. Alrighty, let's see how we can do now. There we go, much better. Oh, sometimes I just go a little brain dead. Isn't that great? I love this. All right, so then what we're gonna do is bring back in our second piece. And I'm going to stamp as close to the side as I can using my, before I do that, let's see. I'm gonna put this on. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's just gonna go on this piece of scrap paper. That's going to help me line everything up just a little bit better. There we go. And then we are bringing out our gorgeous grape. Getting rid of this. Bringing out my foam pad. So it gives me just a little bit of a cushion to stamp in. And then I'm going to adhere this to the inside of my card. All right. And so this is how our card goes together. Don't you love it? And then when it opens up, you can see how all the coordinated stamping all flows together. So now we're going to bring in our little hexagon with our sentiment on it. Line it up. And then we're going to put it to the side, and then we're bringing in our belly band. Whoop, whoop. Now with the belly band, I put it so it lines up right with this middle. And again, you don't want to pull it really tight because you want it to be able to move up and down. So I am going to bring in my, where is it? I want my Stampin' Seal Plus on this. So, and it, because it's a, has a better adhesive on it, and I am just going to press it down. You want to be able to make sure you can move this. All right. Yes, this is so awesome. Then, if I can find it, we are bringing in our ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a bow with our ribbon. I like to keep it on the stool because then it gives me flexibility. just going to tie myself a nice little, I need a little more. Most of the time you're going to go about, I'd say 12 inches maybe of ribbon. I'm just keeping it on the stool. So I can put it through. I may need a glue dot. There we go. I like it. Get out my ribbon scissors. Oops. There we go. Give it a nice little angle cut. So we have that. And then what I'm going to do is in the center, I'm just going to put a piece of that tape and I'm going to press it down. And then my card is complete. Isn't this a great fun fold for a slimline card? I love it. So there we go. I'm going to put this all together again. I have to, before I do that, I want to put a glue dot on this one. But you guys don't need to know that. I'll just bring the cards in so you can see the cards that I did. So those are my two cards. And I'm just so excited. So there you go. I got those. So before I leave you, which this has taken a really long time to do, I'm going to throw the dice for 2 weeks and hopefully I'll be stamping again. Thank you for all the well wishes for me in the hospital. I'm sure I'll be doing great. And we have bling, subtles, paper piercing, and fun folds. So that's what we have for next time. So folks, have a great weekend. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. All the dimensions will be on my blog, which is ktstamps.com. I really thank you for coming into the stamp studio and stamping with me today. If you have something brand new that you want to share with me on Facebook, that you case my card, please do so. I'd love to see what you created. And for those of you who are in my Facebook, or excuse me, my YouTube, please subscribe. Thank you so much for being with me today. Bye-bye.